Association. I've actually been asked to come tonight to conduct this meeting, annual meeting of the Blue Springs Water Association. I appreciate the opportunity to do that. I want to make a few announcements, kind of set the ground rules here. It's not my first time to be in a large crowd, and I call it yang yang. What we're going to go by is our bylaws. That's what we're here tonight to conduct the annual meeting of this corporation. This corporation is a nonprofit organization granted the powers for the Mississippi State Legislature to operate. We operate very similar to a church. We're all members. We all share alike. We spelled out what's not in these bylaws. You refer to the Mississippi Nonprofit Act. They take precedence if it's not specified in your bylaws. Your bylaws are under the direction of USDA, Rural Development, FHA, Farmers Home, whatever you want to call it. They've been all there. There's USDA today. USDA requirements on the note that we have says that you will not amend these bylaws without their approval. 2017, we're not going to hold anybody responsible for that. We're not going to make no big deal out of it. 2017, they talked about amending the bylaws. But it appears that they were not done exactly correctly. So we're not going to go by them. We're going to go by the ones that we do know are correct. I've looked over all of it. I haven't seen any major changes at all there. They're the proof of a quorum, the number of people here, how many votes you get, the basics are identical. I will tell you at this time that we are proposing to redo their bylaws and amend them. I'm working on about 7 or 8 right now today, different water systems. These bylaws say you'll have a membership certificate. I have yet seen, and I've got about 800 water systems in my area. I have yet seen a membership certificate on the Water Association. I've got one on my power association. I live in Lee County. You know, those green dots. But water systems have never adhered to that. These new bylaws that we're proposing, going to present to the board, present it to USDA, and then we're going to come back and present it to y'all as a group. We'll clarify a lot of things in modern day language. So I encourage you, as soon as we can get all that done, we'll be coming back to you with that. That being said, we're going to go strictly by these agendas. This agenda spells out to us what we've got to do tonight. And for lack of better words, I apologize, but I tell everybody when I get in a group like this is not a bitch and complain meeting. This is a meeting of the corporation to discuss our financial status and elect 2 new directors. That's what these bylaws right here and the others plainly state. Now, if any of y'all want a copy of these bylaws, they'll have to redo these, reprint them, and they'll be glad to get you a copy. All you got to do is get a hold of Sandra or whoever, and they'll provide that. Here's the agenda that's published in the bylaws right here. Calling to order and proof of a quorum. Proof of notice of the meeting. Bylaws stated here that you've got to be notified no less than 10 days, no more than 40. what the bylaws state. You had to be notified by first-class mail. You were notified on your bidding card, which the post office says that's first-class mail. Not by legal action, not by legal in the paper, not by Facebook. The bylaws state by first-class mail. So that's what we're going to do. Mr. Attorney, I'm ready for you, sir. Proof of the form, these bylaws, and I read just a while ago, it says those members present. So it don't matter how many we got. But without a doubt, those members present, we're going to have a proof of a quorum. As far as the proof of a notice of the meeting, Mr. Attorney, did you concur that we have met that obligation?
Yes, they were mailed November 3rd.
Mailed November the 3rd, which makes it come within that 10 day and 48 one. They sent them to the bidding cards on them. We're not responsible for anything beyond that. Do we have a motion to accept the recommendation from the attorney to accept the proof of notice and the proof of a quorum? We have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
State your name, please, and secretary, please be sure you get this. Your name?
Wayne Clayton.
Somebody writing it down?
What is it?
All right, do we have a second? Got a second? Dr. Slack.
She put
All in favor, indicate by raising your hand, please. Anybody opposed? Got 1, 2, 3.
Seriously.
Okay, opposing the opposition. 1. Hold your cards up. You got voting cards? Hold them up. Hold the green ones up. All right, hold them up, big. You want to oppose this being a proof of a meeting? Now, what you opposing? We've had a motion to accept the lawyer's interpretation that we're here legally.
Jesus.
Didn't get anything to make. All right. All in favor, say aye. Raise your hand. All right. Those opposed, say aye. Raise your hand hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got 9 opposed and a whole bunch for. We're going to. The ayes have it. We will have this annual meeting with 9 opposition. Reading of action of any unapproved minutes. Ms. Sandra, we need you to read the minutes from the last annual meeting. Out loud.
Okay, the meeting, the last annual meeting was November the 8th, 2022. All board members were present. That was Kyle Callaghan, Mel Roberts, Larry Hazel, Harry Brown, and Tony Sheffield. The meeting was called to order by Larry Hazel. The minutes read with Sandra Butler. Minutes approved. Larry Hazel made the motion to accept. Tony Sheffield seconded. Members asked if nominations to be first before the approval was passed. Larry Hazel nominated by David Baldwin. Neil Roberts second. Harry Brown made a motion to cease nomination. Ms. Hazel second. Larry Hazel voted in by acclamation. Neil Roberts nominated by Kyle Callaghan. Tony Sheffield second. Larry Hazel made a motion to cease nominations. Harry Brown second. Neil Roberts voted in by acclamation. Roll with any questions. There were none. Neil Roberts made a motion to adjourn. Larry Hazel second.
Okay, that's the meetings of last year's annual meeting, which was held November the 8th, 2022. We have a motion to accept the minutes as presented. I'll make a motion. Okay, do we have a second? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Ah.
All opposed say aye. I've had it. Thank you. I don't get too far there. Okay. The next thing on our agenda is the report of the officers of the committees. At this time, we're gonna hear a report from Sandra from the CPA on the audit. This is what we're here to do now, checking the finances of this corporation.
This is our front page, this is the letter that our audit, our accountant does, every year. It states that his equity income tax basis as of September 30th, 2023. As of September 30th, 2023, we had total current assets we had, property and equipment, 7,500 for land, 931,078 in water wells and systems, office equipment, 7841, and we have accumulated depreciation of $699,126, which left a total of property and equipment at $247,299. We had other assets of a certificate of deposit for $33,565, which brought our total assets down to $542,996. On our liabilities page, we had customer service of $800, long-term liabilities of $289.21. Our total liability was $290,000.01. With our net income, we had our retained earnings of $232,370, total stockholders' equity was $252,595, which brought the total liabilities and stockholders' equity to $542,996.
Oh, okay, all we have to do is bottom line.
Okay. Net income for September 30th, 2023, $20,225.
So we cleared after everything, 20,000 and whatever,
200.
this year over last, that's the bottom line. Okay, now there's plenty of, she will provide these audits to anybody that wants one, if you'll give her notice. I believe she said they were on their
Facebook page.
Facebook page. So there's nothing to hide, you want one, if you're a member, you can get it.
That audit is provided by the tax accountant for Wood Springs Water Association.
Correct.
Were those financial statements audited by the RJ Associates?
I hope,
The RJ Associates account, were the financial statements audited?
I think he's asking if there's a true audit.
what's the answer to that?
He doesn't do a true audit, he does a financial statement like
In his letter here, he did not, I have not audited or reviewed the company's financial statements.
He did that audit, which is required by law, by the bylaws that they do. USDA makes sure, I can assure you, USDA makes sure that they provide the adequate information. In order,
He states he did not audit. He said, I have not audited or reviewed. Verify count, right?
The company financial statements. Oh, God.
That's Jeffrey. That's the CPA.
That's the CPA.
Yeah. Not her.
Right, it's Richard Johnson Associates.
According to does not express an opinion of the following
Right.
insurance.
Whether, I know that your statements are in accordance with the income tax basis of the state. So every bit of this is illegitimate. That just needs to be thrown in the garbage, basically. There's the attorney, he needs to read that. Just interpret it.
Yeah. They have no tax. So his net auditor.
All I know is do,
But there is
run this by
no
USDA
reason.
and make sure we have the qualifications to them.
Usually the auditor, there's a reason that might be that.
Irregularities that have been done, we'll make sure that they're not gonna do that again. We'll get them whatever. I can assure you that, from my perspective, my job, I can see to it that it's done. That's what I'm here for. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Not gonna ask you. Not gonna ask you. Not gonna ask you, we don't have to get it through, that was a little above and beyond, and I think it needs to be done on the reports to the members. Now, let me back up just a little bit, what we're talking about on these amended bylaws. These amended bylaws that I've been working on with the Sioux, Crasher, Savannah, I can name 4 or 5 others. They're amended and bringing them up to modern day language. And I'm real proud of my portion on it, because I said, we got 700 and how many members? 750. There ain't no way we got a room, we had to get a special room tonight, because you was gonna have a big crowd. These new ones that we're proposing, we are implementing mail-in ballots. Just like we do with the power associations. So when all this gets done, we're gonna come back to all of y'all, have another meeting, or we'll wait for the next annual meeting and we'll do it. Preferably we'll do it with a special call meeting for that purpose. That's the main thing. We've set it aside where you got a way to get on the ballot. You have a nominating committee, you can get out and get a petition to run, you can be nominated here tonight. After tonight, you got 10 days for them to prepare the ballot and mail it to you in a self-addressed stamped envelope. It goes back to the CPA or the association. They count the ballots and they tabulate them. A total of about 40 days, you have elected your directors. And 700, ever how many she said, will get a ballot and will be able to send it in. You get much, much more communication and participation. So that being said, that will help clear up a lot of things. Now, we've had the report of the office, election of directors. It's my understanding we have 2 that's up for election. Senator, you're going to have to come assist me. I don't know anybody in this room. I don't know one from the other. Now, who is up for election? Mr. Brown, raise your hand. Mr. Brown is filling out a 3-year term, I suppose. All these positions are 3-year terms. We don't have anybody that's been elected or appointed. A special filling in. So we just got 2 regular cycle 3-year terms. Okay, Mr. Brown and who else? Mr. O'Callaghan. So we're going to elect 2. We're going to do 1 at a time. We're going to accept nominations and seconds. We're going to take it and we're going to give everybody ample opportunity to nominate whoever they want. You nominate them, you got a second, their name will be on the ballot. You're going to take this card right here, this, whatever you call this color, and we're going to write who you want to vote for after we have the nomination stuff. And we're going to get right up here in this table in front of everybody, and we're going to count. And we're going to declare winner. Then we're going to turn around and do it again and use this other card, darker color card, for the second person. That's how we're going to do it. And we'll have these. Now these cards, I don't think we can go there. Election of directors. So we're going to open the floor up. What's the name? Mr. Frank? We're going to open the floor up for a nominee for the position that Mr. Brown is currently serving, who expires here tonight. Do we have any nominees for this position? You nominate Mr. Brown? Do we have a second?
Second,
Second, who are you?
Mike Blair.
Mike? Somebody writing this down? We have a motion and we have a second.
Wait, just 1 second, what did you not do? Okay, this is Mike Walker. But he hasn't nominated, who nominated? Yeah, the second was
She
by,
needs to come up here. Okay, we got the motion, a nominee, and a second. Do we have any other nominees for this position?
Nominate Kenny Hudson.
Gee. Hutchins. We have a. We have a nomination for Jimmy Hutchison. Do we have a second for Mr. Hutchison?
Second.
We have a second, and you are? Y'all got these names? I don't hear well, I don't understand the rest of the names. But we have a motion and a second, or? Okay.
we didn't do the nomination, we didn't do the motion for Harry Dennis.
Motion was here.
Yeah, and I second him.
His second Brown.
Mike Blair.
We have, so far, we have 2 people been nominated. Do we have any other nominations for this position?
I nominate Mike Walker.
Mike Walker is nominated by Mr. Hutchins.
That's the second. Never mind, that's the second.
Hold on. He withdraws his nomination. Do we have any other nominations for this first position? For this first position. We elected one at a time. We elected one at a time. We elected Mr. Moore
Harry Dean Brown.
position. Do we have any other nominations for this first position? Do we have any other nominations for this first position? Do we have a motion that the nomination cease? Got a motion right here that the nomination cease.
I'll second.
Got a second right here. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, if you will, y'all do know who the nominees are, Mr. Hutchison and Mr. Brown. Put them on this card right here.
Yeah.
Brown or Hutchison?
Brown.
Brown or Hutchison? Put on this card. They got a card. There. We're gonna open up the floor for the second position, which Mr. O'Callaghan is currently serving. His term expires here tonight. We're gonna open the floor up for nominations for this position. Do we have a nomination? Mr. O'Callaghan. Got a motion and a second. Got these 2 ladies right here. Do we have a motion for another nominee? Mike Walker, nominated by Mr. Hutchison. Do we have a second for Mr. Walker?
I'll second.
All right. Do we have any other nominees for this position? Do we have any other nominees for this position?
I'll make a motion
Do we
next
have any other
week.
nominees for this position? Would entertain a motion that the nomination cease.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion? Got a second. The nomination cease. Okay, on this darker color, you're going to put either Mr. O'Callaghan or Mike Walker. Just put Walker, O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan, Walker. Okay, we got folks tabulated. Mr. Walker's got 29. Mr. O'Callaghan has 73. Mr. O'Callaghan
Change.
Okay. Okay. Next thing we have is any unfinished business of the corporation. If y'all noticed when we read the minutes in the last meeting, this is talking about the unfinished minutes from last year's annual meeting, and there is none. We have the next thing on the agenda is the new business. Now, the new business, we're talking about business of the corporation, financial status and that sort of thing. So we would open up the floor for any new business, but caution. This is like I said earlier, this is not to complain about the color you water, the bad water, all of that good stuff. We're talking about the financial status that the business of this corporation has to deal with. Yes, sir.
I make a motion for a full audit of the corporation outside third party.
Okay, we have a second. to that motion. Got a second. All in favor of this motion and this second indicate by aye. Raise your hand. Okay. All opposed, raise your hand for this motion. Okay, we have a motion duly seconded and duly elected that we have a statement again.
A full audit outside third party.
Full audit.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood it.
Now, Mr. Attorney, please come up here.
Who's paying for this audit? What will pay for that, y'all fund, or will it go to
Mr. Under the auditing practices of the state of Mississippi and so forth, what they have made a motion, what is that going to consist of when we talk about dollars and cents and legal aspects? You know, you've got these full scope audits that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And you have these, whatever they call them, that may cost a couple thousand. By doing it this way, are we leaving the gate open to make this burdensome for all of the members for this request? Be sure we're not.
Well, obviously, the deeper you hire a CPA to go into it, like auditing every book, and trying to bring it back, going through every financial statement, they charge by the hour. Those fees go up.
Why don't we agree that the audit that you're requesting meets all the guidelines of the USDA and much. I don't have a problem with that.
So this money, what you said, what I recommend everybody is the audit that's in every month. Which CPA did it?
This is why I always request the auditor to be here and next year to come to answer this question.
Franks and Gerald needs to do their audits.
They don't know what they want. That's just the thing.
They need somebody who does audits for utilities to do it, like Franks and Gerald.
Secretary of State.
And they should ask for a clean audit of the books. That's it. That's all they. That's it. It's like what audit do you
Does it
want?
for utilities,
Yeah.
like Franks and Gerald, they do Tom Dewey.
That's why I just sit back and watch. Because like what I've learned, like let's say like we know what audit they should get, but how
So.
Pretty much wrapped up in
Absolutely. Exactly. Right. Absolutely.
Three bids, from CPA, third-party accountants, how much it would cost to do a 3-year audit. For the last 3 years, we get the cost of what it's gonna cost, have a special meeting to vote on how, whether we're willing to pay that, as well as which, county firm we're going with. The problem I've got with that would be going back to the general membership, which means you have to have another meeting such as this to go with all that problem. And the gray area of what, that's the duties and responsibility of the board to do that. Now, they're not doing it, that's a different story. But I see some problems there. I think it's a good idea.
This eliminates the issue of an open-ended cost of an audit, where we can get the, data that we're gonna need to understand what it's gonna cost, what the expense is gonna be to the members, figure out whether it's feasible to do it, or simply just an idea that we're just gonna vote off that it's gonna cost. Okay, right now, we're operating in the dark, we don't know the expense.
We'll hear it.
I just want to say, two days about the yay and nays on both already.
We've already taken the A's and A's on. We're gonna sit and take a vote. Now, is that all that being worked? You all. We have a motion.
Pray for rain. Yeah.
read the whole thing? It's not his responsibility.
They submitted to a certified public accounting office, and it specifically says in the last 3 years that he has not audited. It's just basically. So, I think it's imperative that we do go back the last 3 years, furthermore, on our financials, that we reported that we paid this accounting firm to do this.
He hasn't audited it for tax purposes, meaning that he has not audited it to verify that
Yes.
you are eligible as a nonprofit organization. If I read it, it seems to me like that may be what he's trying to say, but he didn't make it very clear.
Yeah, he said, he reviewed the company's financial statement. Therefore, he cannot express an opinion or provide any assurance about whether the financial statements are in accordance with the income tax basis of the county. That he basically prepared a report, but did not go back to see the documents that reporting data came from, i.e. the financial statements.
That's pretty much
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a motion from you, hopefully, to rescind your motion, and we will redo the whole thing and clean it up. You good to say?
There's an open-ended expense that we don't know how much it's gonna, it could cost us $50,000
So be it.
3 years.
We've already voted, that's what it's gonna be.
I motion to rescind the last motion for an open audit without any stipulations on expense and cost.
We have a second to that motion. We have a motion and a second to rescind that first motion, give you the opportunity to re-vote on it. And put some stipulations in how much it's gonna cost and what it may affect you as individual members, so to speak. Am I clarifying this?
Yes.
Okay, have a motion and we have a second. Now, all in favor of us rescinding that first motion, raise your hand high and proud. Somebody give us a count. I got that 65. All right, all in favor, opposed to this motion, raise your hand high and proud. I got 24. 65-24 motion that we rescind that particular motion. And now we're going to offer a motion to rectify or clean that up on that. These two right here make the motion. Okay. Do we have a motion to clean up the misunderstanding, I'll call it, on that first amendment? Say exactly what you want to make a motion to do.
I move to have a second, or to have the board go to 3 accountants, get 3 bids for an accounting of how much it's gonna cost the members to have a full audit done for the last 3 years. Then with those bids are complete, they will notify all members. We will come back for a meeting and we will have all the 3 accountants in to discuss it with us, what they can and can't do. And then we'll vote on how much, which one based off the cost, as well as which accounting company we would like to go with to do the full audit. Or if it's too expensive, we vote to vacate, we don't do anything at all. So we just-
A lot of us are looking at grants to help get us free money.
Yeah.
Free money is wonderful, guys. Like, we can get so much done with our free money by applying for these grants. Without having these audits, we cannot get no grants.
Yeah,
There is millions of dollars waiting for us free.
if we being audited, we cannot get a grant because our accounts will be suspended.
You can't get a grant on water.
No,
That's not what they're talking about. That's not what they're talking about.
You can't get a grant on
no.
water.
If you're being audited, you can't apply.
That's not the type of audit they're talking about. The type of audit you're talking about is like the IRS.
That's what they want the books
Nonprofit.
audited. They want the books audited for the past 3 years.
That's a different kind of audit.
Yeah.
You're getting confused.
No, if the accounts are like that, if you're on the audit.
She said to stand up. If you know that and you want to say something, you
Yeah,
can stand up and say it.
If your accounts are locked, depending on the grant, they might turn it down because we're on the audit. So they won't think something's suspicious.
You're getting your audits confused. You're talking about an IRS audit or
No,
state tax
if they,
audit.
if the.
That's not the same thing as a
If-
water board association having an audit
if-
of their funds.
If
It's two
the
different
grantee,
things.
if the grantee sees that you're under audit, they can turn you down,
You're
because they think
thinking
something's suspicious.
Of being audited from the government entity. That's not what this is.
No,
It's an auditing of the books of this corporation.
if,
We won't be out of pocket, like, water company's not gonna be out of the bank, none of us are gonna get higher bills. If we can get the grant associated with all this, and there's tons of money. Little towns like us are getting millions of dollars in grants free. So we have to have an audit to show them in order to apply to these.
That's
I
what
was,
she's talking
I
about.
was
That's the
scared
audit she's talking about.
that we put a dollar figure on it, if we can get this done, whatever y'all feel comfortable with, I'd say $40,000. That we
that's what we need to see.
add this to the list. Any other discussion?
It's good to have a key setback, right? So, my city was trying to do 50,000, reported to us from the board.
Okay. Well, John, I would, you know,
I don't like the idea of a price tag because we're gonna want the accounts to kind of compete with each other.
I'm talking about. Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 year, it'll give us.
That's it. You get the prices from 3 different attorneys for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. This is what it's gonna cost. We will report back to the members. The members make a decision. They want to spend that or not. Motion right here. The second right here. No price. Does come back, we got to have membership approval by the members. We're gonna have to bring y'all back. We gotta notify you, sign notification procedures and everything. So, all right, that being said, all in favor of this, raise your hand, please. All right,
We just replaced and we ain't paid it yet, they got, the bill's coming.
we're gonna have to vote on this issue, because I counted about 50. We're not gonna do that. Now. You can
count the nays.
Mhm.
He didn't count the nays.
I'm in control of mine. All right. We got, okay. Attorney has a good suggestion. The ones that want to vote for this motion, stand. Now, before you do, if you didn't get a card when you come in this door, don't stand. You got one vote. You're standing, notice. You're standing to get quotes on 3, 7, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You are not voting to do it. You're voting to get quotes on it. That's what it's supposed to do.
It's not gonna cost anything for nobody to quote. So everybody in here deserves the right to know where their money is going.
Okay? That's the motion. You get quotes on the motion. Not saying we're gonna do it.
I can see my house in daylight now. I'm almost done. We got Amazon now. House is 6 and 4, and I don't get this.
In the bylaws, it says that all of us board members are supposed to get a percentage of what our water bills are. So we're all sitting here, we're not voting on finding out what the audit is. We are entitled to that. Our water bill is going up, but it's saying we're supposed to get a percentage of whatever the water company is making, because we're owners of this water company. If we do not get grants, y'all guys, I know y'all don't want grants, and it's something new to everybody, but this is something that
I'm
changes
sorry.
all of us. It's not possible to go to 5 to get us free money. City County is costing their insurance money
Okay.
out of our pocket.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've got 35. We both got 35. Now, if you want to vote against us getting quotes and coming back to you to make the decision, you want to vote against getting 3 different quotes and you having the decision what you accept or don't accept, please stand. Now, please, give us your attention. We'll be out here in just a minute to do it. Those of you that want to vote against doing this, be sure you're standing and you're an eligible voter. Just a vote. All right, we got 22 this time, and we had 35 the other time, so the motion carries. We will be getting quotes for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and you will be getting notified. Expect to come back and vote on which one of those y'all want to do. In a 90-day period, if hopefully we can get the results back from the account, the proposal. But we'll have to get on that ASAP in order to get that on. Yeah, I know it. The motion, we're not going back up. We motion for 90 days. You get it or do something. You're going to be notified by your first class mail on your card.
We don't get a card.
You don't get your card, you don't pay your bill, that should be cut off.
We don't get a card. We're on online pay.
Man, you don't send it.
No.
We have paperless,
We advanced.
we have paperless, we have a website, and we have a Facebook page.
You will be notified by first class mail. That's what the bylaws say, and that's what we're gonna do. As I told y'all earlier, not Facebook, not word of mouth. We're gonna do it exactly like the bylaws say. The bylaws say so too. My bad, I didn't understand that these some people didn't get it. So you will. Yeah, for those of y'all who are not getting mail, make sure that you let them know where they can send you this note. Got that? Okay. That being said, entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Make a motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, stand up.